Welcome back to my channel. Today's lesson is a fun one. When I first took symbolic logic during my undergrad, I immediately fell in love with this system for analyzing thinking. I always told myself I'd teach it someday, but then I thought, why wait? Especially for my daughters. Because today, we're learning how to think like logic detectives. Now, I'm not talking about chasing bad guys. I'm talking about chasing truth. See, symbolic logic is like a secret code. It helps you tell what's real, what's nonsense, and what just sounds true. So here's the deal. When people argue or try to convince you of something, they often mix feelings with facts. But logic, real logic, is like a filter. It's the math of thinking clearly. Instead of numbers, we use symbols to test if an idea is true or false. Think of it like this. Feelings tell us how something feels. Logic tells us if something makes sense. Both matter, but logic keeps us grounded. So let's slow this down a little. Symbolic logic might sound fancy, but here's the truth. We use it every day without realizing it. Think of it like this. If you eat your vegetables, you get dessert. If you don't eat your vegetables, no dessert. See? That's logic. It's not about math problems. It's about clear thinking. Logic just helps us see the pattern behind what's fair, what's true, and what makes sense. So yeah, symbolic logic even applies at the dinner table. Let's test our detective brains. Ready? If it rains, we get wet. That's our first statement. Now let's say it's raining. So what's true? Right, we get wet. But if it's not raining, the rule still holds. It just doesn't happen today. Logic doesn't care about the weather. It only checks if the idea itself makes sense. Here's a cool one. If unicorns are real, then magic is real. But if magic is not real, can unicorns be real? That's a nope. You just used what philosophers call modus tollens. I like to call it the impossible canceller. You spotted the contradiction. That's how logic detectives win every argument. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Dad, that's cool and all, but when will I use this? Here's the truth. Every day. When someone tries to convince you something is definitely true, logic helps you pause and ask, does that actually follow? Logic protects your mind the way seatbelts protect your body. It keeps you safe in conversations, in arguments, and even in your own thoughts. To my daughters, I hope you always chase truth the way a detective chases clues. Ask questions, look for proof, and when emotions get loud, remember, truth doesn't shout, it stands quietly, waiting to be found. Adios, amigos. Until the next time, enjoy your journey, and I have a few more parenting tips coming soon.